Hi, this is your third asana warm-up for Yoga Nidra for the month of July. For this warm-up practice, we'll mostly be lying down on the mat, and it'd be helpful if you have a block handy. If you don't have any blocks at home, something that's about this size would be great. Maybe a fairly stiff cushion, something like that, or a blanket folded. So let's go ahead and start in a seated position, bringing hands to knees. Let yourself elongate as your eyes drift closed. Draw your kneecaps towards your spine. Feel yourself lengthen. Draw up the back of your neck towards the ceiling, feeling your chin tuck slightly. And notice your breath. Noticing the characteristics of it during your practice, whether it's easier to inhale or exhale, whether the breath is smooth and easy or if it's kind of jumpy and tight. Noticing your energy level. You feel maybe a little tired, or maybe it's right after morning coffee and you feel extremely energetic, but just notice without judgment. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and let's come down to our mat into a fetal position on the left side. Go ahead and rest your head on your arm. And then take that upper arm, that upper right arm, and make some nice big circles starting either direction. Might even be able to let your fingertips just skim along the floor like you're running them across the water on a pond. And if your shoulder's not that open, don't worry about it. Whatever is in your practice today is exactly right for you. When the arm comes back in front of you, switch directions, using the inhale for half the circle and the exhale for the other half. Nice and slow. Whatever your shoulder is capable of and whatever feels good today. And when you come back to where you started, go ahead and pause. Let's come up onto our forearm. Bring that left elbow directly under the left shoulder. Take that top leg in front of you. And as you inhale, slowly bring it back as you let your belly button reach towards the heart. Pull that knee behind you. As you exhale, bring the leg in front, belly button reaches towards the spine, round the back. Inhale, the leg comes back, heart reaches forward. Exhale, the leg comes in front as the back curves. A couple more times, moving at your pace. And this time, when you bring that leg forward, go ahead and set it down. Take hold of the bottom ankle. Pull the knee, if you can, so that that knee is coming straight down from your hip. Pull the heel in towards your glutes. Curl the right toes towards the right knee. Lengthen through the left arm so you're not sagging here. Take a few breaths here. If you'd like, you can take your left ear and let it hang towards your left shoulder. And then go ahead and come down onto that left shoulder. And if it's in your practice, you can take hold of your right big toe with your left hand. If that's a little too far, you could use a strap, or you don't need to hold that leg. Just hold the bottom leg. Take a nice deep inhale and then let your right shoulder fall towards the mat as you twist and turn your torso towards the sky. Relaxing in a twist. And again, if you need to let go of that front leg, that outstretched right leg, you can. No worries with that. A few more breaths here. And as you exhale, go ahead and release the legs down the mat. You can just flip over. I'm going to turn this way because I think it's going to be easier for you to see what I'm doing if I'm facing you. But come down onto the right side this time. And let's take that left arm and just begin again with some nice slow circles. Using the inhale for half the circle and the exhale for the other half. Go ahead and switch directions when the arm comes in front of you. Doing an equal number to the other side. And go ahead and pause when you've done an equal number to both sides. Let's then come up onto the right forearm, bring the elbow underneath the shoulder and try to make sure you're not kind of sagging into that arm. Make a nice tall humerus bone right here. Take that top leg in front of you, take hold of the little toe side of the foot. As you inhale, bring the leg back. Feel the belly button reach towards the heart. And as you exhale, reach the leg forward. Belly button moves towards the spine. Nice and slow, using the duration of your breath for the movement. Really feeling that nice, slow, deliberate stretch in your spine as you come forward, and feel the vertebra come together on the inhale. The next time you bring your leg forward, whenever that is, go ahead and pause, placing it on the mat, 90-degree angle to the body, toes looking back at you. Recreate your structure here if you need to. Take your left hand to that right leg and pull the knee straight back. If you can bring it straight down from your body, great. So your thigh is just in line with your chest. If it's not going to come quite that far, that's okay too. Pull the heel in towards your glutes, curl the left toes. Take a nice deep inhale, create length, and let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. And sometimes it's hard, at least for me, to keep from sagging in that the arm on which you're resting, the supporting arm. So sometimes I'll breathe from elbow to shoulder every few breaths just to remind me to keep my structure there, if that's helpful for you as well. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come down onto that right shoulder. You might be able to take a hold of that outstretched toe in your index and middle finger. Maybe not, that's okay. Maybe you can use a strap or like a belt or the sash of a robe. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, let that left shoulder fall towards the earth as you turn your heart towards the sky. Another couple breaths here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and let your legs run down along the mat. And again, you don't need to change your orientation. I'm simply changing it for the video. Have your block where you can reach it, come down onto your back. Bring your heels in towards your sit bones, hip distance apart. Arms are down along your sides, palms facing down. As you inhale, slowly lift your hips off the mat as you sweep your arms towards the ceiling, and then reach the arms all the way overhead, the backs of the hands coming to the floor. Use your exhale to reverse that movement. The hips slowly come down as the hands arc their way back on either side of your body. 3 more times at your own pace. And then the next time you come down, pause for a minute. Go ahead and take your block, putting it on the mid or the lowest setting underneath your sacrum so that the far end of the block, and well, for what we're doing, really, you can do the low end, but you want the far end of the block to line up with your tailbone. Bring your shoulders a little more underneath your back. If you can reach your heels, that's great. Take a few breaths here, letting yourself become supported. And then let the right leg extend long as you reach around that left knee, interlace the fingers and pull the left knee towards the left shoulder. Right leg is heavy towards the floor. Maybe make some circles nice and slow with that left ankle. Spreading the toes wide and switching directions. Go ahead and set the left foot down, slide the right foot in. Make sure you're steady on the block, then let that left foot reach out, bring the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Flex the left ankle like you're standing. Nice slow circles with the right ankle, toes wide. And switch directions. And then if it's comfortable, let both legs fully extend. Palms up as you lay your arms by your sides. And then slide your feet in. Lift up just enough to take that block out from underneath you, and then come all the way down. Bring your feet mat distance apart. Cactus your arms up by either side of your head. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, let your knees fall to the left as you look to the right. And take the left ankle, if you'd like, and place it on top of the outside of your right thigh, which will accentuate the side body stretch. Making sure that you're grounded under the right shoulder and you feel steady under the left leg. If you need to, you can put a prop underneath that left leg to give it a little more height. Go ahead and take that left foot back to the edge of your mat. Inhale your knees up. And then as you exhale, let your knees windshield to the right as you gaze to the left. Take your right foot, place it on top of your left leg. If that's not comfortable, that's okay too. And then when you're ready, move that top foot and rock the knees back up. Pull the knees in towards your heart. Take a nice deep inhale and draw your forehead towards your knees. Let a couple breaths go by. Roll back down, bring your arms by your side. Lift your legs straight towards the ceiling, slowly lowering the left and the right. Coming into a final Shavasana, or if you're going to do your Yoga Nidra meditation, begin to make yourself comfortable before you start your recording. Stay.